And you know what? Why don't we double dip? We can be a good YouTuber as well. And we can start the YouTube video right here, right now. And I'll say, everyone on Twitch, prepare YouTuber voice inbound. Oh wait, I gotta go into this area because then the chat will be there. Everyone, look, you're in YouTube now. Preparing myself. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Robbie and this is Esoteric Ebb. Esoteric Ebb is a single-player CRPG inspired by the freedom of tabletop adventures. Unravel a political conspiracy with your goblin sidekick, roll dice, intense encounters, become a cleric of legends, or completely ruin the campaign. All right. We're gonna have to see. Also, please let me know if it looks weird because I've got an OLED screen. I've got a new monitor and I really haven't streamed or recorded much with it. So if things look weird, I don't know, maybe keep it to yourself and just close your eyes and imagine. Anyway, press any button. Guys, which one's the any button? Am I right? Be sure to like and subscribe. Anyway, immediately gonna go here and see if there's anything. I hate VSync. Why don't I just go 2080, 280? Ooh. This looks cool. Already, the style is cool. The menus. Oh. And my brain is immediately going to try to min-max everything. Okay, so the lore. What? Oh, is this our... Is this because of our background or background focus? Oh. So that was... Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many things. No, that was there. So I'm going to look for pre-built guys. Okay. My latest and maybe greatest D&D character is a barbarian fighter minotaur with the sole intention of being a grappler. His entire personality is based off of Eddie Guerrero. That's so cool. I've gone for a different route with the most recent character that I've made to play. And it's a sort of... I've never played an edgy rogue. So I'm playing an edgy rogue. I think it's an Aesir. I'm trying to remember the details off the top of my head. It's an Aesir, but like we've kind of homebrewed with like the DM and I have worked it into the lore of the specific gods of the setting that we're doing.
Now!
Okay, that still works. Was that audible for everyone else or just me? Because the thought of having sound alerts only do that for me is almost funnier than having it on the thing. But yeah, rip to the goat. Welcome in, Bernsky. Of course that'd be you, wouldn't it? It's good to see you, man. Anyway, this is going on YouTube, so we're gonna have to lock in. We can be a cleric. 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 Or we can be a cleric. Is that it? Is this... Oh? I don't know if I'm... Am I missing something? The cleric's unique take on strength. I'm seeing a lot of cleric vibes. Oh, so this is what it looks like when I read through each individual thing. Okay, movie is starting. It's quiet time. Exactly. Watcher, Daga, Schweiger, B. No. What's penis? I can't remember penis. No, we're going to look at some pre-builts and we're going to think. A loner, a thinker, man of ideas. Don't keep your fingers to yourself. What is the nature of a man? Yes, more apples, apple boy. They should bow before your ego. So we can see based off of the numbers that the beefy cleric is just constitution, but yes, more apples apple boy does sound pretty pretty funny. I kind of like this one too. I'm not very wise, I'm not very strong, but the charisma, the int, and the dex. I kind of like the charisma cleric. The background focused little weirdo is what makes me... Wait, why would being a little weirdo make me more charismatic? Okay, you were a novelty to them. The boy who would do or say anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. Alright. And do proficiencies work? I'm just going to go with the pre-built thing. And then as we learn, maybe I can try some other stuff. Whatever. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. And that's when chat goes, me? Question mark? The weakest cleric in Norvik, albeit one with incredible conversational skills. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to always play the winning side. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time, Chris. And only 6 strength? Just avoid going solo in the dungeon. I think that I can charisma my way out of anything. Speak with dead. Come on. Anybody in chat right now, can you guess what you think the spell Speak with Dead does? Or Speak with the Dead, or whatever it is in this game? Am I supposed to click? I'm gonna click. Oh, this is Jaw speaking. Truth and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Intelligence DC 8 success. Ran, your name is Ran. DC 14 success, and in your statement of citizenry, Ran Hemlin. Ran? Is that it? Don't think you're called that very often. No, you're not. Which is quite embarrassing when you think about it. So, truth and nothing else, what is your name? Oh, but that's... Because the truth can be many things. No, I'm not. So, Ran Hemlin is my official name, but isn't it untrue if I don't go by that name, if people don't call me that? So I feel like staying silent might be the thing, but I'm the Rizzler. I'm gonna go with just my full name. Intelligence decides it's factually correct. You answer. Another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? I'm a cleric. What is this, an interrogation? What's an occupation in this context? This is for sure about your job. Okay. You know, the job. Your class. So I'm a cleric. Tell the voice about your class. I'm a cleric, no? Am I insane? Insanely good looking. I'm gonna look around. It's more than darkness. It's nothing all around you. Class, what class am I? My constitution failed, I'm upper class. It looks like... Is that my stomach laughing at me? You're a great spellcaster who will rule the world one day. Not sure any answer is good here. Just go with whatever works in the moment. You're a high-class scoundrel, the best of the best. And awful at everything. Can my guts shut up? I'm a goddamn wizard. I'm a sneaky little rogue. Oh, I'm a goddamn wizard. Gods be damned you are. Oh wait, this is choosing my class. Bro, I thought I was a cleric. Okay, fuck. Takes a while before the next question is posed. What is your current goal? Goal? Would be nice to get out of this dark pit for once. With your gift, you can easily take control one day. The goblin chieftain, she needs you. Control, question mark? Control of everything. It is what you were made for. What is your current goal? My current goal? Get out of the darkness. Keep looking for a way out. No reply, no feedback. Then the voice asks, what is your political affiliation? Okay. This is about to get good. The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. This is a setup, has to be. It is the Asgalists. Yes, they are decent, possibly. It is the duty of the powerful to lead. That is you, no one else. We've moved beyond the bounds of dictators. We are free to make our own choices, thanks to the revolutionary freestriders. Elections are exhausting. Oh, this is the first time we've seen strength, I think. It hides in the back of your skull. A fact that you're bound to be a nationalist, and it frightens you. The pressure. Yeah, I should be in charge as a god king wizard lord. That is my actual opinion, by the way. Just so you know. Once we based our worth on knowledge and ability, it shall come again. Despite everything, you are now a wizard. What? I gained 10 XP for choosing wizard twice. So this is actually my character creation. The other character creation was just for like stats and stuff, I suppose. Is there a way for me to become a warlock? I didn't go with any charisma stuff. Should I restart? Whatever. We're gonna see how it goes. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. How did you die? Now's your chance. Break free. I am not dead. Boom. Look at where is it? Look at the blinking guy up in the top left screen. Top left corner of your screen. Ooh. Okay. The vibe is crazy. This is so cool. What? It's got like goosebumps. Ooh. Is this Apple Boy? I'm seeing a lot of things that I want to click on. How do I click? Oh, March 22nd. A fresh start. Wake up in the lower lair. Got a job to do. Your body aches, it's stiff, as if you've slept for days. Don't sleep in the armor, dumbass. Ready for the quest to continue. So I failed the strength check. I'm gonna check my stuff. What stuff? Your hands start around your pouch and uniform. Panic, sweat. No spellbook, no mace. Face it, you've been robbed. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. I'm going to look around. A circular stone chamber, a storage for apples and corpses. Those piles of apples. Is this Tolstad? Okay, we updated our journal. We succeeded on that. That's interesting. Tolstad, a sprawling island fortress in one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of River Torna, home of Jaws Pillar, a sprawling tunnel network and water lane, the greatest trade hub in Ascani. You're on Tolstad right now. What about water lane? Success, the largest trade net. Okay, we're just gonna. Is this just a reading stream now? Whatever, man. the largest trade port in Norvik, located in a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It is a so-called marvel of dwarven engineering, and it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges, considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. And they keep putting things that I need to read over here. So I'm going to try putting myself here, and we're going to transform. We're going to flip it horizontally so it looks like I'm reading that way. And then where is the chat? Is it just Twitch chat? Boom. All right, we're just going to have to see if that works. Waterlane, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Norvik. The central city of Ascani and the last bastion of humanity. It was founded upon the end of the Reconquest in 468 AE, exactly 70 years ago. The Reconquest, a historical event in Norvik, it began with Earth's landing in 466 and is said to have been finished by 468, when Earth finished eradicating the trolls who roamed the ruins of Tulin Cattle. It is a point of contention if it should be called a reconquest or just a conquest, as no humans had ever lived in the location before. Earth, your god. I see apples and corpses. Get the fuck out of here now. Wait, what's this about a quest? We got a hit point. Oh yes, a quest. Earth be blessed. Do I remember anything? Everything? Not sure. Do you have some sort of amnesia? No. Just remember it. Your thoughts are scattered, but your memory is intact. Just remember it. You got a job. The tea shop job. Tea shop job? Yeah, the tea shop that blew up. Easy job. You'll be done in a day or two. So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop. I guess I should ask the questions. I've done these before. I got some experience. Or maybe not this particular type of job. Your previous experience lies more in some basic Earthguard militia service, as well as a few years at the towers. They're a home base of the Order of Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as the OACN, nobody calls it that. Rogue sorcery was not your main subject, but yes, you've read a lot about these types of fiery events. They're not too common these days. However, this incident does not appear overly complex. A quest! I like those. They are dangerous. You might not make it. How much time do I have? Until the election, duh, which is in 5 days. Time only advances when you make new choices in dialogues. Okay. Who blew up a random tea shop? More or less, but you've got like 5 days to do it, so no stress. There's also bullshit politics involved here. You'll love it. Yeah, let's finish this job. Damn right. You'll do great. Now get moving. All right, but first Oh, you feel dizzy. The weight of the Earthguard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. Your body aches, its contents rotting. You must consume an apple. Now! There are many apples here, and corpses. Corpses? What the hell is this place? Just take it easy. You might have failed at getting the first 200 or 300 people to like you. You've got 500,000 other folks to fool in this city. It is with utmost confidence that you know eventually someone has to love you. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. What? They will suggest, inform, and offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risk. Chimes will appear in your mind. Do I trust my Riz? Love me. Love me. Well, let's aim for stand your presence for now. I'm so very confused. That's usually the case. Your mind is ungodly powerful. Get yourself together. Just go to work, you know, get shit done. One step at a time. Okay. Apple. I can behold it or I can trifle. Let's behold the apple. An apple. Looks better than the ones in the pile. I'm going to trifle, I think. Garden apple. An apple grown in Tolstad. The colors ripple across the surface. Consuming it will save your soul. Okay. I feel like that might not be true. But what else can we interact with? What is this? This isn't yours, is it? What is it? Tattered cloak. Oh. What did that say? You've lost all your muscles. No. It's plus dex to plus dex minus the riz. A vase of leaves smells lovely. Incense. I will yoink some incense. I can talk to a oh, it's a corpse. I was going to say I can talk to a sheet. I can engage with the corpse. Cold corpse, you stare at a blue rag. It's draped over the outline of someone. Human, male, over 40. So you can't sleep down here. No response. Give it up, nothing to gain here. Curious behavior to lie perfectly still under a blanket like this. Perhaps he requires assistance. I'm going to check. Underneath you find a cold corpse of a human. Human, tall, and beautiful like yourself. Known as the pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. What? What? The coast, also known as Yours Realm, it is a strip of land divided into 8 bands. The further inland you go, the closer you get to the infinite wastes. It is theorized to be a ring or a half sphere due to the bend of the horizon. The infinite wastes. I guess we can also check out the bands. The infinite wastes, starting at approximately 1,000 or so miles from the coast, depending on various factors. This land is inhospitable, unexplorable, and quite frankly cursed. Each band has its own flavor of this waste. What are the bands? Band, an esoteric divide, splits the circular coast of Yor into 8 geographic areas, commonly known as bands. Each band has unique esoteric and natural traits and stretches from the coast to the infinite wastes. Looking over him, you find a hair, pale skin. He's got a beard too, and he was alive. Once. Mid-40s, factory worker, Ascani blood. His complexion shows nearly no decay, most likely under the effects of a preserving spell. Yeah, this guy looks fresh, like he could just sit up and talk to you. The difficulty class of a dice roll is determined by how challenging that roll will be for you. If you select a dice choice, you then roll a 20-sided die. If you get the same or higher as the DC, then you succeed on that roll. Why not? Why not examine him closer? Boom! +2. There's something strange here. This is no regular gentle repose. Second level necromancy spell keeps a corpse from decaying. Look close but do not move the corpse. Signs of being either a hard worker or a careless worker litter his skin. Cause of death appears to be not directly visible. No blunt trauma either. Considering his age and the shape of his body, the man most likely died of a common disease or internal failure. That's pretty broad and vague. Unless you're willing to start cutting, that's all you'll get. Except, what? There's also a marking on the right leg, a circle with a cross inside it. 300 pieces added. You recall this is the marking of PR, potential revivification. Right, this guy can be revived. Seems so. He most likely died during care and was granted immediate gentle repose. However, he clearly did not have an RF, a revive fund, nor did he have family members with enough cash ready. RF, revive fund. It's a type of life insurance. Monthly payments are made to an account that can be used to pay for the resurrection of the fallen holder, given they're under the age of 75 human scale. A resurrection is the act of returning a dead person back to life. There are many spells that do this. From a weak revivify to the legendary true resurrection. I should probably change my, what is it? Game? What is this? Esoteric Ebb. I totally forgot. Does that work? Are we good? I don't want to get in serious trouble. Okay, I think we're good. There are many spells that do this, from a weak revivify to the legendary true resurrection. We'll go with that. 3rd level necromancy spell. If used within 60 seconds of death and the body isn't too ruined, the target is brought back to life. But then there's true resurrection. A 9th level legendary spell, capable of bringing anyone dead back to life, if you believe the legends. There are many different tales with different takes on the restrictions, but generally you cannot use it on a creature that has been dead for over 200 years. Or perhaps he was just an unlikable fellow, who knows? Fair enough. Could I cast Revivify on this guy? Potentially. Although the question is more akin to, why should you? A 3rd level spell slot is a valuable resource. Why waste it on some blue collar corpse? Who was he? Dead working man, the type to spend his whole life toiling away for nothing. Okay. I'm starting to see some political tendencies to this game. Why is he here? This is a morgue, a lich house, clearly. Mortuary. Holding space for dead bodies. During times of undeath, they are known to be heavily guarded. The apples make it hard to believe, but yeah, must have been one hell of a deal to put those two together. It's okay to loot him, right? Yeah, why not? In fact, loot everything. Not like the guy will complain, but don't go around talking about it too loud, okay? Grave robbing is frowned upon by some, even in these enlightened times. Either way, you will not get in any trouble. No one will know. Should stop bothering him, but then I will trifle. He's also got an apple. Money. I'm going to steal his apple, because apples seem to be a thing in this game. I guess I'll take this. The cloak is sprawled upon the iron slab. As you grab it, you immediately feel the dampness spreading into your gloves. Oh. Please don't. This thing is disgusting. Bring out the water. The filthy liquid falls to the floor of the stony chamber. It is still quite wet. Wear it in your hands. It is heavy. Should I wear this? No. Of course you should wear it. A hood is the perfect tool for any decent rogue and/or ne'er-do-well. So what if it's a little damp? You have to wear it. But I'm not a rogue. Sorry, the word I'm not a rogue is not in your vocabulary, actually. Please rephrase. That is not one word. So pedantic. So unrefined. Shut up. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside into the extra-dimensional space with a satisfying slope. Gods, I can fit so many items in this thing. Yes, you're very lucky. This kind of magic item can go upwards of 10,000 crowns. It's the main coinage in Norvik. Norvikian crown. The official currency of Norvik suffered heavy inflation during the years after Earth's passing. A meal is somewhere between 5 to 20 crowns. A cheap month's rent is 100 crowns. A spellbook is 50. An average salary outside the city is up to 300. Average salary inside the city is up to 500. Earth's passing. The day your god died. Norvik used to celebrate this with fervor when you were little, as many fanatics believed he would return if they hosted a truly legendary feast. Drinking and feasting with family and friends, mostly used to ignore the darkness of winter outside. It's not yours though, it's the city's. What is? Oh, the bag of holding? You can't just use it for anything. Shut up, it's yours, you can do whatever you want with it. Now go put on your cloak and rob some people. Reallocate some resources. Equipping items temporarily alters your ability scores. I'm not doing that. I don't want the poop. I don't want the poop cloak. Divine shrine covered in apples. I'm going to engage with it. The runes fill your senses as you approach. Oh, it's a shrine of earth. The color is faded. This monument, is hollow, devoid of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. Are these rare? No. You'll find shrines like this all over Norvik. Can I pray here? To what exactly? I'll think about it. You may pray as you wish. It's an insult to Earth. Indeed. Yet you're very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You'll have to fight hard to keep Earth's dream afloat. This city is lost, but it is not yet lost. How poetic. You're also aware that the city is very much in need of change. Change from what? An honorable lifestyle? A peaceful city for humans to prosper in? Change from stagnation and a mire of decay. Earth's crusade brought triumph. The corruption brought after his fall is due to exactly that kind of filthy rhetoric. You're certainly allowed to be wrong in your opinion there. Should I remove the apples or should I leave them be? I'm going to remove the apples. It does not take long for you to move some of the nasty apples away from the front of the shrine. A small improvement, but big in the heart. These old things are still around, huh? A remnant of blindness and decay. Hard to let go of old national pride, but progress will always lead the way. The Shrine of Earth towers over you. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Okay.
Tough time never lasts.
Hey, Whippy.
Only tough people last.
Thank you. Appreciate it, gamer.
YP is helping pay for forehead reduction. I heckin' love Disco Elysium.
Yep. Disco Elysium, but D&D. Welcome in, handsome. We've just started up. We talked to some voice in the darkness and we got up out of bed and we've been talking to ourselves for a while. But prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has a reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expands one spell slot of the corresponding level. What other gods are there? Many. You know a few. Ooh. These are not actual gods, are they? No, not gods technically. It's complicated. In short, gods weren't allowed on Yor's turf, so they sent subsidiaries. Yor's, the name of the realm, also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the Gate era. I know what a wizard is. I am one, I think. I don't really know what's going on with the class system, but all good. A book-learned arcane spellcaster typically plays your strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Esoteric rituals and chants? Some kind of ebb, perhaps? Something like that, yes. It's like one big scheme of influence. Absolute genius. A ruse played by powers in the beyond. Ridiculous. So, Earth, we know Earth. What about Elysium, the Mender? A real lady, this Mender. You've heard the stories. Beautiful, terrifying. All the elf stereotypes rolled into one. They say a look from her could turn a man's heart until his dying breath. Though most men have a story like that. So it's probably more a woman thing than an elf goddess thing. She would not respond even if you had something to tell her. She's mostly known around these parts as that crazy witch that broke in and charmed 100 warriors back in the day. It's a classic tale. But Earth had a nice chat with her and everything was fine. Earth and Elysium stayed away from each other's business, officially at least. An ancient elven empire now shell of its former self, once ruled by Elysium the Mender, a walking god who signed a treaty with Earth. The Great Woodslands, or Woodsland singular, stands at the border between Asken and Reeds. It's one of the bands. It's the homeland of humans. Still cursed, undead cities, eternally burning valleys, and floating mountains. Cool, I want to go there. She died a couple of decades before Earth did. Nowadays, the elves are a bit more expansionistic. What? I am going to go grab myself my bottle of water. Hello, YouTube. I have glasses now. So who the heck is Earth? We got 5 XP. You've devoted your life to follow in his footsteps. And Tokig the Gambler. A trickster, the type of god only famous for his ridiculous ploys. Praying to Tokig would, if you for some reason would get a response, only result in the exact opposite of whatever you wanted. How about Lady Fair? The halfling deity of Ascan, but she only had that divine spark for a few days before being slain. It said she led 5,000 halflings to the snowy hills filled with foul foes. Never once were they spotted. Ah, cool. A little hobbit goddess. I'm afraid you're not too familiar with the Ford Nips goddess, nor how to pray to her. Okay, I'm done. So you are. Did the shrine just say that? I guess we can pray. Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. We can contemplate the tea shop, the election, my class. What's my class? Identity is not easy. It's everything. From faction to home life to street. What you choose might be a first step. Choose wisely. The election? The first election. Your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. Ask those around you what they will vote for, and you might find your own voice along the way. What kind of game is this? It's a... I think they call it's like a CRPG or something, but it's a role-playing game, but it's very heavily focused around and determined by the story experience. So it's very much just exploring a world and enjoying the beautiful art stylings, the soundtrack, and the vibe, and learning the story as it gets revealed to you. It's sort of like the video game equivalent of a cool movie. But this specific one is a very D&D inspired setting. So the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That's it. Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Always. Talking to yourself, huh? Is that not what I'm doing right now? You must be a lonely guy. Finish your prayer. What if they are the gods? Huh? What if the different stats are like gods that I'm talking to and they're not actually parts of me? Huh? I don't know. Can't I heal here through divine assurance or something? Yes, possibly. The gods are kind to you. Do you think they care? Ooh, if you want healing, you have to do it yourself. -3 DC. You remove the apples. Yes, we did it. Let's go for it. I failed. You focus your mind on Earth's symbol, his red eye. You recite a few words of remembrance before you sense the channeled strings around the shrine. They converge upon you, mend you. Huh, well that's something. Sure is, but you sense there is something you've missed. What were those words, the ones you learned at the towers? So wait, we failed, but it was good? Can I go again? You failed already, now do it for real. Huh. Later. Okay, so the next time we'll do that. We'll prepare some spells. Oh my god, so many things just popped up. We can prepare cure wounds. I guess that makes sense because we're a cleric. Cool. Preparing spells, to the right you may view a list of all your available spells. In order to cast spells, you need to first prepare them by approaching shrines, which are scattered around the city. Okay. For each spell you wish to prepare, fill in its empty slot to the right. You may only prepare a spell if you have the spell slot of the corresponding level available. To the bottom left, these are my spell slots. You may view your current spell slots. Each circle represents one spell or one slot which you may expend to cast a spell. You may only cast spells when there is a use for them. When a spell is castable during specific situations in dialogues, the spell tile button of that particular spell will be lit up. Spell tile buttons can be found next to your spell slots once you have finished preparing your spells. Okay. Can't interact with any of that. We do have cure wounds available to us now, and I think that that's it. So we'll finish. Apple. Or we can eat the apple. What is this? A great mountain of apples. Oh, well, it's answered that, hasn't it? Divine scripture, where it does not belong. Shield of faith. Is that a spell? Oh. It's an abjuration thing. What does it do? 60 feet. It reduces any loss of hit points by 1. So if we get hit for 1, does it reduce to 0? We'll just quickly engage. Sister and I'll watch a Project Hail Mary later. What time? Unless you don't want to dox that information for whatever reason, feel free to text me. The art is cool when it moves. Yeah, well, I've been in, this is basically just having a conversation or engaging with something through a dialogue. So I'm just going to prepare my other spell. We can have both, right? I think so. But yeah, like you get to move around, and we've already engaged with a dead guy over here. Did we loot him? We did. There's these apples here. Pile of apples. I can engage. You stare at a pile of apples. Walk away. Oh, if you know what's good for you. These apples are not in pristine condition. Okay, I'm just gonna walk away. I don't want to eat the poopy apples. A very important piece of paper. Do you mind turning your mic up a little? Yeah, I can do that 100%. Is this good? Like how much more do we need? Like is this a good amount? Are we happy here? A voting card. A scuffed voting card made out to Ron Hemlin. I think that because that's my name. Did I say that differently? God damn it. It's from a dwarven office for some reason, and someone has checked in all 5 parties on the list. You need to bring this to a polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. -1 intelligence. Is it much difference with the thing? Because, yeah, it was at minus a little bit, but my mic settings have changed. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. The card is slightly torn and has clearly been drenched at some point. At the top it says Roast Court in big bold lettering. Means voting card in fancy Ascani Dwarven. Look at the list of parties. Let's learn. Nationalist Party of Norvik. The Inheritors of Earth's Will. A theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates and 20-something noble families. 5 rulers of the 5 districts. They are the Coin Lord, Home Lord, Shield Lord, Food Lord, and Law Lord. Each has a unique role in the city's bureaucracy. Sometimes the titles switch between districts, but generally the housing districts holds the Home Lord and the palace holds the Law Lord. The palace, an unofficial nickname for the current rulers of Norvik, named after the palace district in which most central authority resides. And the palace district is one of 5 districts in Norvik, home of aristocrats, bureaucrats, and the remnants of Earth's court. Free Strider, Revolutionary Party. The New Way. People in the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution was slowly crept into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. A collection of city-states in reeds, all united under the golden banner of free striderism. Norvik will join them, one way or another. Reeds are the leftovers. The center of the Coast War, which ripped the entire band apart. Today, it's a shining beacon of everything modern and pretty and new and so on. I love the sort of sardonic thing that goes on with most of these. Because I'm interpreting these as your inner voices based on the strengths or the weaknesses of your personality. But they could be something else as well. They seem quite potent in this. I don't know if it's similar or identical to other games of this fashion, like Disco Elysium. But the Coast War, a near century-spanning conflict between every great nation of the Arcane era. Scholars estimate it claimed more than half of the entire human population. It is said to have begun in 398 AE by the inciting spark of the assassination of priestess, is it Elona? And it generally agreed to have concluded with the fall of Thazin in 481 AE, 57 years ago. It's the Arcane Era. 511 years of rapid magical and technological growth, as well as the birth and death of the great human magocracies in Dimenor, now reads, ended 27 years ago. There's so much world building, and I hope that the journal lets me look things up well, or reminds me of things. The Arcane Era name for reeds, often referred to as Old Dimenor, the name was changed by Free Strider revolutionaries to mark the end of the old magocracies. Well, yeah, this is very D&D sort of coded. It's a term for Dimenor, often used to refer to the band before it was renamed Reeds during the end of the Coast War capitulation agreements. Some say it with sarcasm, some say it with pride, some say it with fear. Today it's called Reeds. They changed the name because, well, the entire band was pretty fucked up after the Coast War. Asgalist, the Workers' Party. Asgalist, the workers who built this city want to rule it. Seems only just. Their vision is of a fair and even society, where those who live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share? What do you even... Did you like the swearing? Did that make you LOL? Sorry, I've forgotten some of the emotes that I have on my channel. It's a very funny emote. It is a lot of info dumping, but I think that's sort of the charm of it, is that it makes you slow down. It makes you stop and it makes you engage. And I think that's a good thing. Agrarian, Rural Party, Arcanist, Party of Magic. Sounds like a hoot. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can put whatever you want, or just leave it empty for a null vote. I'm going to vote for myself because I'm going to be the supreme, what was it? I was like the God, Emperor, Wizard, Lord, something like that. That's what it said earlier. The box next to each party is filled in with a smudged checkmark, including the last empty one. Smart move. No one can get mad if you vote for every party. Are these all the parties? No. There are about a dozen other large parties in Norvik. Most have been subsumed over the last few years, such as the Civic League of Progressives, the Torch Union, Order of the Scales, Hedonist Party, and various guild parties. The Agrarians and Arcanists are the only ones who have not joined a larger party or fallen aside. The Arcanists, the Majorcrats who ruled pre-Coast War human civilizations in Old Dimenor, also a very minor political party in Norvik. Anyone who uses this term for anything modern is either an anti-free strider or lives under a rock. How does this thing work? Your internet dookie. Internet is cheeks. If you pick up the voting form at the district office, you only need to check the box of one of the 5 parties. Then you deliver it on election day to a polling place. Although in your case, you need to write the name of the party you want in the corner along with a signature. Since you filled out every box like an idiot. Don't worry, Beth. I'm going to be uploading this on YouTube. So if you're watching right now on YouTube, how are you enjoying this game? Be sure to leave a comment down below. Oh, if you really believe in democracy, you should make sure not to lose it. Democracy, said to originate from early arcane era civilizations in Old Dimenor. It is the rule of majority. Those with suffrage may vote to enable their preferred government. A truly messy and ineffective process. Modern scholars divided history on JOR into 5 eras. They use canonically important events as starting points for these eras, although this was easier when the Arcanists of Old Dimenor still had a common consensus. Not everyone agrees the so-called post-war era has even begun, let alone what it should be called. The current era, is the post-war era, has lasted 27 years. The name was chosen in reeds. The name is subject to change. All right, there's an election. It was nice not to think about it for once. You've prepared all your life for this. It's time for change, baby. Useless. Okay, we should get a God King again. Worked great last time. That'd be for the best. Unfortunately, there's no good candidate available. This guy right here. I'll be the God King Wizard Lord. Ooh, if I hold right click, it shows all of the interactable things. What about this specific apple? This one looks good. Yay. I can go up. I can engage with this guy. It looks like a zombie. Are we all zombies? This guy, he just won't move. All right. A guy, he looks indecisive. Can I trifle? Oh, what? Is there quick saving? Okay, there is quick saving, so I'm going to try and pickpocket this guy's tooth. Boom! Nat 20? I just stole this guy's tooth. A filed tooth in decent condition. You feel a tingle in your palm when you hold it. Can I equip it? How does this work? No. Okay. So these are the accessory slots. Can I take my helmet off? Oh, practically your face. Do not take it off. What? Let's talk with this guy. Oh, it's a zombie. I thought it looked a little gray. You approach a shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence. I'm just going to stare at him. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon a dried face. This is a dead guy? Damn. Try not to get bit. What's your name, sir? He does not even turn to look at you. Why is this man not listening to me? This is a reanimated corpse. Probably a work zombie, although it has been illegal to employ undead since the Bone Purge of 11. The Bone Purge, a citywide effort in 11 PE to stop necromancers from outcompeting mortal staffed factories. That is an allegory for AI. Fuck the zombies. Hire a person. Should I attack the zombie? Should I defeat this zombie? That'd be pretty scary. You should probably speak with the owner first. Guy's not harming anyone. Honestly, he's probably a more productive member of society than you. No offense. Okay, I've been convinced. I did want to mess with the zombie, but I feel like I should at least talk to its owners first. What is this? A spiral staircase, ancient architecture. The questing tree. Oh, who's this guy? Viskin, local mortician. Okay. I need to roll my intelligence to behold. DC 20s on a lot of these. Oh, that was not good. I know nothing about this guy. I need to rest before I can try again. A pale man handles corpses in a basement. A typical self-employed city contractor. Classic corpse handling. Can I mess with the pot? Is he gonna get angry? Looking inside, you find this pot to be empty. Most contain strange herbs or ashes. This one does not. There is fear. What? You must grow sturdier. You hedonistic fool. Pray the stomach dies and lets the mind work with its poisonous influence. What? Mushrooms, probably edible. A yoink. Some vamp extract. Oh, a small fungal spore ball. These can be farmed along the undercoast. They do wonders for your gut. They are not mind altering, probably. Let's. Oh, wait, that's mine. At least I had it in the opening cinematic. I can scroll right out. Oh, look at this guy. Ost, Chief of Security. I want to behold Ost. I'm rolling so poorly on these. This one is quite hostile. Stay on your feet. Okay. I'm gonna talk to you first. What happens if I try to trifle with you? I'm not gonna walk behind him and pickpocket him. Don't be insane. Hello, Viskin. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of a serpentine drake, a great perch. These are official documents of the city. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. I am Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It appears you don't really belong here. But if there is anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. He smiles at you. Bow before this creature. His smile causes you to stir a deep feeling of unease, as if it is almost there, but just not quite. I'm going to look around the room. Books and flasks litter the circular chamber. It's dimly lit and damp. There are several corpses present. These stone tables were once modular altars used in some advanced ritual. Ah, this entire basement was once a temple. I have a lot of questions, Viskin. Perfectly understandable. I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Tell me everything. Of course. It must be confusing. Widow's Peak final boss. That I unironically thought, like, that was the first thing I noticed about the dude. To tell you the truth, some fishermen brought you here last night. River take ye. They'd caught you in their net. Took you for a corpse. Not that I blamed them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. Prime condition? You're always in your prime condition. You quite literally live in this filthy uniform. No wonder they thought you were dead. Wait, how'd you end up in the river? How'd I end up in the river? I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad. There are 7 bridges over a river Torna connecting Tolstad to the rest of the city. Sounds like the startup of a great drinking story, the I woke up in a lich house tale. You don't have a lot of those, so that's good. Perhaps there is an esoteric explanation to all of this. Perhaps you would know, cleric. Who were these fishermen? River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. And where can I find them? He ponders your question. I did not ask for names, sorry to say, but perhaps Water Lane. That's just a guess. Good guess. Lots of boaters hang out there. Either that or the local tavern. I hope you find them. So I am in fact alive. Well, this game is called Esoteric Ebb. So they've already used the word esoteric like 3 or 4 times. I like the voice you've adopted for this guy. Because he seems kind of like he would make people uncomfortable, you know? So I'm trying to do this like sort of like softly spoken kind of like he doesn't seem outwardly offensive, but it just kind of makes you a little like, ugh, like what's going on with this guy? The pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes, I believe you are. I have some other questions, I think. Do you now? A DC wisdom? What? So it's not possible for me to pass this save. But I'm going to try and figure out what's weird about this guy. I failed, so then now what happens? You glare at the pale man who keeps working on his documents for approximately 2 minutes. Eventually you feel stuck in your thoughts. What? I don't mean to imply I know more than an honorable Earthguard member, my good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do on a day like this. He's correct. Maybe you can get back to this later. Some dice checks are locked on failure and can be attempted again later. These checks are unlocked on a long or short rest or by spending shards of yore. I don't know if I'm freezing or if your stream is. The watch time... I'm not dropping any frames or anything, so if anyone else is in here and can let me know if my stream's freezing, I'd appreciate it. But a roll with a very high DC should probably be lowered before attempting again. I wish you luck with your endeavors. Stream's clean? Okay, sick. There's a zombie in your basement, bro. Oh, how quaint. No, an undead abomination right below. I understand. We're closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander as they please. Hey, what's up, Sanji? How you doing, brother? Okay. Thank you everyone for coming in and confirming that my stream isn't broken. I appreciate it. His expression actually changed. Don't trust his words. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sageleaf. I pay good crowns for the Hobbit protection. The Halfway Bridge tribe, commonly known as the Halfways, one of 3 goblin tribes in Norvik and arguably the most influential, despite their small size. Led by Lady Miska Sageleaf, with their headquarters in the Goblin Garden. Yes, Sanji, we absolutely do. I'm not gonna put Sanji's business on blast, but there have been a couple of times where I've seen you online and I've gone to check out your Discord, and then I've seen that you've had some company, and I didn't know what was going on, so I didn't join in. So I hope that you've been doing well, and yes, we have to spend some time together, my friend. But yes, I shan't speak on the particulars of anything, as that is Sanji's business. Goblin Garden, a dwarven-built citadel sitting at the southernmost tip of Tolstad. It is now a goblin sanctuary and greenhouse. A goblin is short and green. Got claws and fangs, little monsters. They've got 3 tribes in Norvik and are considered somewhat civilized. A monster is short for monstrosity, defined as a non-sentient creature born out of magical means, often by combining various natural beasts or from curses or esoteric events. Okay, so we're just spamming esoteric in Esoteric Ebb. Oh, so it's all a misunderstanding then. Good. No. Do I really hit him with the... Wait, no, I don't actually believe you. I don't believe you, actually. It kept moving apples down there. Oh, the magical tooth? Oh, God. I'm going to go with that because that's cool. Yeah, of course, homie. Did it? How strange. The pale man gives you a sideways glance. How did you notice this tooth? Guess I have an aptitude for esotericals. Of course. Yeah, it was pretty deep in there, but I got it out. Of course. Well, I hope you make good use of it. Magical items, even minor ones, can be quite handy. I'm going to show him the tooth. There's these strange esoteric marks on it. Do you know what they mean? He glances at the yellow trinket in your hand. Those are glyphs of Nimmenberg, which is a legendary arcanist who built the Undying Legions during the Coast Wars. War, singular. Often called the father of modern necromancy and its many practical applications. Necromancy. Although in your hands, it is no more than a common esoteric trinket, I assure you. You think I should put it in my mouth? You... You see the type of panic a parent gets when their child is about to eat shards of glass. No. As a former dentist, I recommend you do not. Oh boy, he almost showed an emotion there, didn't he? You don't think it's cursed or anything, do you? I'm sure you know more of that than me, cleric. And do zombies often have magical teeth? I don't mingle with the undead often, but my gut is telling me no. No, they do not. You don't seem very alarmed about this. A stray undead creature will cause no trouble here. He gives you a rare smile and turns to the kobold by the stairs. Isn't that right, Oast?
Yes, master.
I'm not going to commit to that specific voice. We're going to have to think of a cool voice for this guy, but that one was a little crunchy. Kept moving apples down there. Oh, the apples? Fascinating behavior. Yeah, I don't believe you. What do you mean, cleric? You're doing something weird here. I don't like it one bit. I greatly apologize for putting you in this situation. It is my neglect that led to this undead creature entering the tower. I'll make sure to tighten up security in the future. This isn't... Host? We'll do a clean sweep of the basement this evening. Get ready. The kobold gives a screeched yell.
Yes, master.
I'll also make sure to report this to both the HWBT and the militia. He won't let you get a word in. Amazing. You're clearly doing something shady here, so... Of course, I'll be sure to ask for a thorough inspection by the PCG. Pest Control Guild. One of the oldest guilds in Norvik. They're supposed to keep monsters at bay and clean up any unwanted critters across the city. These days, they're so bogged down in requests from citizens in the city that they usually have backlogs for months. The Pale Man is twisting the entire situation. Smart. If there is anything unbecoming about my business here, it shall be uncovered and unveiled. Holy shit, he just keeps going. Thank you very much for your service, cleric. It is because of great men like you that this city still stands. I'm sure a good word to your patriarch will assure a promotion of some kind as well, especially with this great work you're doing on the tea shop. What is a patriarch? A top clerical rank in Norvik, different from Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics each of the towers. He's going circles around you. It's time to step in. Argue, argue. I'm going to resist his incredible oratory power. We should succeed. Yes. We resisted. Focus on the main point. Illegal zombie, go. Stop. I know what you're doing. He opens his mouth to respond. The zombie did work on your property. He closes his mouth and looks at you. It was picking up apples or something. That's a violation of the bone purge. Yes. Oh no, sorry, this is him. The bone purge. Yes, I am aware. The Pale Man takes a deep breath. He reaches below into his desk and brings forth a pouch. An isolated incident. It will not be repeated. Gained item, a bunch of crowns. He hands it to you. This feels like a bribe. This isn't a bribe, is it? Of course not, cleric. As a city cleric, you obviously have the ability to accept Dag's Bota on behalf of Norvik. Dwarven for day fine. Some might call it legal extortion, but it really depends on the district. A violation of the Bone Purge Code, Article 4. In singular violation cases, a Dag's Bota of minor class is issued. In relation to my status as a Tolstad business owner, that'd be precisely 25 crowns. Ah, he's dealt with this before, huh? Now that this issue is behind us, anything else you needed? Okay, so we're locked out of this. I require assistance with some things. Of course, cleric. Anything for the city. Call me cleric. I did, yes. Because you're a cleric. Don't make an ass of yourself. Too late for that. I am the cleric. Good for you. An example of that sarcasm thing mentioned before, though, I'd love to ask, what type of cleric are you? Type? Yes. If you're a clergyman, you might run a congregation for a local religion or deity. Then there are clerics of the bureaucratic variety, city officials speaking for the religious state. Rules are meant to be broken. You're not some stiff councilman. You, however, must be an arcane cleric. No, I'm the chosen one. The pale man stops and ponders your response. Chosen? For what? To save the world? An eyebrow raised, almost like he takes your statement seriously. What a good person you are, cleric. Good luck with that. So what do you know about spellcasting? Quite a bit. If he knows more than you, then it could be useful to listen. Can you teach me magic? A slight smirk creeps onto his face. I sadly don't have time for a proper lecture at the moment. After the election, I could make time if you're interested. Great knowledge awaits. Until then, you are free to browse my collection, he says, glancing at the many books along the western wall. And of course... Ooh, here. Gave me Charm Person, a first level enchantment spell. If the target fails a wisdom check, you'll be their favorite person for a little while. Of course, after that, they will surely hate you, but who cares about that? A copy of Charm... Ooh, rare. A copy of Charm Person. It will surely be useful to you. A truly diabolical spell. The towers teach it only to higher tier spellcasters usually, despite its first level. It's a great shortcut to charming people, although you got to be careful with the fallout, if you care about such things. How about the very basics? Oh, I mean, of course. Embarrassing! As a wizard, you memorize your spells before casting them. As an arcane cleric, you must memorize your spells during prayer at a shrine. There is one downstairs by the apples. That's all I have to ask about spellcasting. Let's just move on. Very well. If you want to practice, feel free to cast anything non-lethal on my servant Oast. Sounds like good practice. Can I try casting on you instead? He stares at you. A glare. A waste of a spell slot, I'm afraid. You believe him. Ominous. Who the hell is this guy? You should go now. I don't know where to go. I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there's a certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you. What rumor? Just common murmuring. Lady Miska Sageleaf is her name. She's down in the Goblin Garden. Of course you've heard of her. Lady Sageleaf is quite famous. She leads one of the 3 goblin tribes exonerated by Earth after the conquest. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with that one. The Dragon of Tolstad. They call her the Dragon of Tolstad. I'm not afraid of some goblin woman. The pale man stares at you for quite some time. I will offer you some advice, cleric. Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally. Translation: watch yourself or she'll fuck you up. I would even go so far as to call her de facto lawkeeper here on this island fortress. Wait, this is part of the job? Talking with some petty goblin queen? You may find her at the southern tip of Tolstad, the pale man says, and keeps scribbling on his papers in front of you. He does not value your time. That's all the help I needed, thanks. Great. Anything else you wanted to ask? I'm going to go now. Before you do, make sure to collect all your belongings. He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. Too quick, like he's trying not to show his interest. Weird. At least he's not hitting on you. Or would that be an improvement? Do I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of River Torna. Your belongings, quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card. A peculiar voting card. Every party had been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours. I'm not sure if it's mine. Maybe, possibly. The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Oast to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry. Over there, he says and points across the chamber. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk. That is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. Beyond that, you should be good. Got it. The pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. Leave now. You can either double click or hold shift. Okay. Pocket watch. Yours? Question mark. Esoteric? Advantage in esoteric events. Ooh. That's nice. So this is just... What's going on here? Yor left his mark across the bands. Today it is universal sign of magic. The red eye of earth. Was this my spellbook? The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Interesting. Wait, is that... Ruined prayer book. The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched in salt water. It's absolutely and completely ruined. Only a few pages of the soggy, brackenish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Askani writing of the most basic kind. Wait. Oh no. Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their abilities. No, no, no. By Earth. This is your prayer book. So many hours. Wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. That'd be expensive. Let's get your hands on a new one instead. No, is this my spell book? I'm going to engage with it. You flip the tome open. There are fine and handwritten letters scattered across the pages. You can read these symbols, but they are in Old Draconic Dimenorian, the common language of man, spread across the coast during the Arcane era to become the lingua dominans in trade and politics. De verbis draconum ars occulta. These words should translate into something akin to occult dragon speech. De verbis, so the language, draconum of dragons, dragon language or dragon speech, ars occulta, occult dragon speech. I get it. The author's name appears to be Calum Diminori, one of the most powerful magicratic families in Old Diminor, known for their reality-warping artifacts and enchantments, spawned from the Drake Slayer King Dug Doolan Dim, Dug Dimmadome of the Dugdale Dimmadome, the first human emperor on the coast. Known as the Drake Slayer King due to his slaying of several dragons and liberating the human slaves. Some call him Drake Doom Dealer Dug Doolan Dim, most do not. Doom, the lair of a lich, an ancient spellcaster of immense power, created and sustained by consuming the souls of mortals. They are capable of eternal life and terrifying esoteric might. Could I translate this? No. Not without many weeks of study. You were not trained in Draconic at the Towers. You skipped those classes. Why learn language when you can just use magic? Yep. I need to get my hands on the spell comprehend languages. It's highly annoying that you That you seem to have lost your memorization. Find a spell scroll. Maybe you could buy it somewhere. It's fairly common. Old Draconic. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. I cannot yoink it. What is this? Can I yoink? More incense? No, too much reading. In the reading game. Esoteric books. So many books, basic manuals, arcanist histories, novels. Some of them stand out to you as classics. It could be useful to refresh your mind. The books taunt you bookishly. Collected Chants of Norvik. Folktales. Folktales. Opening the Trill Sisters book shows you an index of several tales, many of which you heard growing up. These stories shape reality, for the mind does not distinguish a tale from real-life lessons. They are but the same. Out of the tales, you see the one you remember the most, the one about the gnome and the titan. And a titan is a term for a gigantic creature who first inhabited and shaped Yours realm. Let's read it. Oh god, I hope this isn't too long. In the old days when dragons ruled the skies and titans wandered the earth, there lived a gnome named Abacus, known far and wide as a half-wit. Whether by fate or folly, he often found himself in the oddest of places, and so it was that he stumbled into a deep valley of Ascan. This valley was home to Kar Imor, the Mist Titan, a colossal being with fur as thick as the ancient forests and limbs that clutched the very mountains. His upper body was hidden in, or perhaps made out of, the swirling mists that filled the valley. But on this day, the valley was not the serene refuge it had once been. The air was thick with ash, and rivers ran black, and the trees stood as charred husks. Esuth, the ancient red dragon, had set the forests aflame, hoping to drive Karamor from his domain and claim the fertile valley for himself. So Esuth, the red dragon of Ascan, his rise to power through trickery and betrayal is legendary, as is his fall to Abacus the Half-Wit and the Mist Titan. Rumors say his spirit still haunts the everlit burned coast to this day, which is a vast piece of coastline just east of Norvik. It's a charred area filled with volcanic activity and kobolds. It's one of many eternally cursed lands on the coast. It's nearly impossible to travel to Reeds via land because of this area. Kaimor was furious, his great form trembling with rage as he searched for the source of the destruction. His eyes fell upon Abacus, who was wandering aimlessly, his tiny mind more puzzled by the sudden darkness than anything else. To think that the coast was filled with these beasts of yore at one point. They reigned harshly and wildly. But that's not hard to see why some preferred their chaotic dominance to the tyranny of dragons. Thrick, lum, choom. Who dares bring fire to where none should come? Ashes taint my sacred mist. Speak, small one, lest you be missed. Abacus looked up, squinting through the fog, and scratched his head. Fire? No, I've no fire to share. No flames do I bring, nor ash to bear. For in the dark I see clear as day. 'Tis those who can't that need the flame, they say. Thrick, lum, choom. What nonsense from your tongue does come? Who is it that needs this blaze, that blackens my mist and dims my days? Who's saying this? Well, question thee who needs a flame, to light their path and stoke their claim. Perhaps it is Esuth, the king, whose fires to your valley bring. Thrick, lum, choom. The dragon's days are surely done. Guide me, gnome, to where he lies. Together we shall dim his skies. The story goes on to wax about the friendship sparked between this eldritch titan and the silly little gnome as they sought out Esuth on his throne. The ancient red dragon then falls to the titan's might after Abacus accidentally guides him to the correct location. One of those classic stories every child in Ascan is told growing up. It is important to remember that this is an oral tale passed down over generations. This is simply the shape in which it was written down. Who knows exactly how it functioned in its original state? You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Folktales. I think we're good on all that reading. Anyway, let's look at this next book. Esoteric Geometry. You know this already. Oh, okay. wonder if there's anything else. I guess I can... Your fate one day. That's a bit morbid. Yoink. This is so sad. Ooh. Class conflict. You've declared yourself the cleric of Norvik one single time. It's a grand title suitable for a true human cleric like yourself. As of now, you've said it 2 times that you're a wizard, which you are. Despite the getup, your true talent lies within the arcane, obviously. Phoenix Folio. After your river adventure, your old spellbook is ruined. Find a service provider who can rebind it for you. This is a really cool way to display my quests, by the way. You encountered a corpse in the Lich House. It seems fresh and ready for revivify, though it would cost quite a bit of money to bring it back, almost a month's rent. Well, river take ye. It's my favorite spell. You were brought to the Lich House by some fishermen, but how did you survive your plunge into the river? There's the tea shop and Lady Sageleaf. So we've got to check out the shop, I suppose. And the what? Obviously, you're very clear about the fact that you should be the future god wizard king of Norvik. You've said it. You said so one single time in real conversations with real people. I guess we're gonna stick with that. I guess that's the vibe that we're going for. What happens when I try to trifle with this guy? Oh. I got a warning, so I'm gonna... The mind expansion. I gotta go for it, right? Ooh. The pale man turns and stares. You slowly remove your hand from his right side pocket. Just play it off, be cool. Nice robe. Thank you, cleric. He glances down at your hand still in his pocket. I can really explain. He stares at you. You really can't. I'm checking for illegal stuff. He glares at you. Contraband and the like. Did you find anything? Yes, I did. Did you? Not really, no. Then please remove your hand, cleric. The pale man turns back to his papers. Maybe the stuff in his pockets aren't valuable, or maybe Sir Richie doesn't care. Stop sneaking around behind the mortician and leave. I'm gonna go again. What is this? The mind expansion. Can I really not try? It's locked. Damn it. Nice robe. I'm not going to do this too much. Because I do kind of want to like experience the game and not just like do it. But I just really want to learn what this is. I crit. The mind expansion. What does this do? Common potion known to allow knowledge to stick more easily. Often used by students. Grants a minor intelligence increased for a week. Okay. Well, I'll probably never use it. What is this? Unlock chest full of strange rocks. Let's talk to the little goblin dude. That little kobold. What do you got? A crossbow. Quick save. A yoink. The yoinker. Oh, he's not holding it anymore. Oh my god. Wait, that's sick. You don't have that. Stop pretending. Wiggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with cold, unflinching yellow eyes.
Master says you behave.
You're adorable. The kobold glares at you. A battle of will, do not give in. Glare back. Your eyes meet each other, still, ever vigilant. Keep glaring. The kobold does not move. Glare some more. Yep. You're staring at each other. You're doing it. Glare. Eyes meet eyes. Glare, glare. You're looking at a kobold's yellow eyes. Staring in an angry or fierce way. Looking hard. Leaning close to the kobold's stern face. You should probably stop this. Why have I never considered a kobold could be green? To be fair, I feel like the stereotypical is like red or blue, right? Like whenever you adventure into like a mine and there's kobolds running around, I feel like they're typically like a blue or a red kind of guy. At least in my mind, that's what I kind of imagine. So that's fair enough. I haven't really thought of a green one. Kind of just makes him look like a an iguana or something. You should probably stop this. Kobold meets your gaze and keeps meeting it. I'm going to keep staring. I'm going to keep staring. Something has to happen, right? If I spam it for long enough, do you think I'll get an achievement? Okay, I'm going to stop. I don't think I'm getting anything more out of this. Fair. The kobold looks at you with a cold expression, determined, confident. I have some questions for you.
Short question. Go.
Where were you when the tea shop incident occurred?
Incident. Tea shop blow up. Boom.
Did you boom it? Kobold makes a cackling noise.
I wish. Tea shop explosion would be fun to set up. When it happened, I was on Water Lane, on mission.
What were you doing on Water Lane?
Milk.
Doing milk?
Deliver.
You deliver milk.
Yes. Side hustle.
This kobold keeps getting better and better. Kobolds don't even drink milk. I want to know more. I want to know a lot less. I'm going to ask questions. The kobold stares at you. You gotta love the side hustle. Wait, Oast might be my favorite character of all time. This is awesome. Where does the milk come from?
Cows.
And where do you get the cow milk?
Market.
Who buys the milk?
Humans. Water Lane humans. They pay many for fresh milk before dawn.
Side hustles are always smart. You should do a milk run later.
It pays.
Do kobolds produce milk?
No.
They are draconic in nature. They lay eggs. Do you like milk?
No.
I'm going to try and riz him up. You smirk, a confident laugh escaping your lips. You then turn towards the ceiling, smiling. I also don't like milk. Your comment has made a dent upon the world. This is why you should all follow you. They should all follow you. You are a worthy leader. Win them over with lies and deceit. Control them through flattery and love. The kobold stares at you with awe in his yellow, expressionless eyes. Are we going to be best friends? Can I have some milk?
No.
I don't have anything else to ask about milk.
Okay.
Thank you. You should totally find out more about this. Could be a big moneymaker. You are a kobold. You have won the hearts of the lactose intolerant. I asked him if I could ask questions, and I say, you're a kobold. And he goes,
Not question. Next.
oh, fuck. Yeah, that's not a question. Quick, save it. I'm going to try to save the question. It's +2 to the DC because I was staring at him. Fuck. I think we did it. Okay, we're good. Change course, quick. Am I a kobold? Kobolds. What are they good for? What are you voting in the upcoming election?
Angry Human Party.
The party of Norvik? Really?
Yes, they do good. Strong men lead. Bright tomorrow.
You're a good boy.
Thanks.
He mutters, his words oozing with disdain. Am I a kobold?
No.
Do kobolds exist?
Yes.
Are you a kobold?
Yes.
Better than nothing, I suppose. Ah, okay, sweet. All right.
Human done with question.
That's my single question. Can I ask something else? Who are you?
I am Oast. I am security chief in Lich House.
How'd you get this gig?
Not gig.
It's not a gig?
I am devoted servant for master.
So you're a slave?
Not slave.
And your master is Master Viskin? Oh.
Master Viskin.
And he owns you?
Not own. Serve.
So you're being paid?
Yes. Paid well.
Gives you an expression that could be described as a frown. That is, if it looked in any way different from his regular expression. Thank you for your time, kobold. And thank you for your crossbow. I am going to use this crossbow to go downstairs and kill this illegal zombie guy. Engage. You remember the undead? What's he doing? He's fussing over apples. Hard worker, respect. Is this your voting card? Doesn't even grunt. He just keeps working slowly. Grip the voting card. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe. Everyone should just vote for me to be their god wizard king. That way I can solve all their problems through magical dictatorship. It is a naive thought, but in all honesty, there's no other good way forward. You've become an arcanist. Okay. Your genius will enlighten the masses. It simply must be. The zombie does not object to your campaign speech. In fact, the zombie does not react at all. Am I boring you? I'm going to attack the zombie. Yes. Deal with this foul creature. Encounters are turn-based conflicts, where each participant takes turn in rolling dice and taking actions. During your turn, you're able to perform one dice action as well as cast one spell of your choosing. The order is determined by an initiative roll. Don't let this shambler get the jump on you now. Okay, thank God. I was going to say, there's no way I lose in initiative to a zombie. Fight! You're quick, you got this. Hold up a closed fist and say, here, look at this, and then quickly try to trip him. I guess we go for Dex. It's basically impossible for me to fail that, I believe. Your sneaky maneuver works. The zombie turns his gaze towards your fist and then, with a quick whack, you get him to stumble backwards. There you go. The slow zombie just stands there. No, he's reacting. It's just taking some time. The zombie is hostile. This undead abomination must be apprehended before he causes damage to innocents. You should probably try to de-escalate. Just a tip. I'm going to try to manipulate him. Oh. Yeah. I'm the Riz Lord, so it doesn't matter. This is a hollow animated corpse. He's magically bound to listen to orders, so I'll try giving him orders. Anything, just try it. Listen to me, I am your master. Serve me. The zombie does not seem to respond. Maybe it's just delayed. Don't give up. His neck snaps around, the withered face now facing yours. Yeah, you've really pissed him off. You can tell since you're such a people's pleaser. Oh! The zombie bit me on the... What? He bit me hard as hell. Hurts even through the armor. This ends now. Your final chance. Do not falter. The zombie is weak. Dominate it. Okay. I'm going to try to dominate the zombie's mind. Serve me, abomination. It stares at you. The erratic movements replaced with an ominous stillness. You've got its attention. Now hit it again with an order. I order you to... Well, what do you want him to do? Leave this place. Fly. The zombie immediately shuffles away, disappearing down the stairs. You take a deep breath as you realize he's most certainly not coming back. Foul creature. Returned whence he belongs. A dark tunnel beneath. Victory! Somewhat. Yay, now I can get back here. What is this? Imported goods. The receiver is marked as Hubert. There's some okay apples. Almost empty box. A sale treat and a pouch. Ooh. Yeah, you should have made my life a little easier here if you didn't want me looting your stuff, buddy. Some sand in here. Approach a crate full of sand. They've imported sand to Norvik? For what? Glass blowing? It appears unmarked. The lid has been tossed behind it. Looking closer, you can see how the lid has been bludgeoned. There's splinters, and the nails that were supposed to keep the crate shut have been ripped out. I'm looking. It's filled to the brim with sand. Why would they crack open a crate like this? Touch the sand. Your gloved hand trails across the surface. The sand shifts slightly at your touch. Pull back. Underlined choices are more risky but might offer more reward. Okay. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to go deeper. You dive in with your whole hand, fingers first. This one does not. Then you feel a tug, a grip, and finally a pull. Wait, your shoulder is almost pulled out of its socket. You manage to keep it from engulfing most of your arm, but in the process, the sand grabs onto the front of your helmet. Your face is now sinking. I should give up, right? The sand will be a benevolent master. Yeah. Yes, the sand is simply too strong. You grow weaker. Is it draining you? Out of your skin, yes. Gods, get out of this thing. Whatever you do, do not let it get the helm. Alright, we'll try. We succeeded. You grab the rim of the crate with both hands. The hazy noise of a head no longer filled with so much blood screams in your ears. I will not die in this crate! Filled with pure fires of adrenaline, your muscles creak and your bones crack. And it pays off. Within seconds, the rock-hard grip of the sand loosens, then it drops entirely. You swing your head back, filling your lungs with air as a trail of sand follows you. Gah! Within an instant, the sand snaps back into the crate, not a single grain dropping to the floor. Okay, so a crate of sand. Glancing over to the crate, you see its contents now lie still, like nothing happened. You should put on the lid to make sure this does not happen to someone else. I'm gonna shake my head to get rid of the sand in my ears. It helps! Am I alive? Possibly. You take a very, very careful step towards the crate to grab the lid, then you place it gently on top. Your job here is done. I've done a great service to the community. So silly. A slightly broken standard issue Earthguard blade. 100% I'm taking that. A glow glass, very common magic item. Where's this go? There's a door inside this tunnel. Stairs leading down far into the city below. Well, that way is no bueno, because that's where the zombie went, right? I don't know. I have been in 2 areas, and it's been like an hour and a half or something. So I'm going to say that that can be the end to episode 1 of Esoteric Ebb. We haven't really even done much, but I like it. I like what I see. This has some charm to it. And I love playing D&D, and I love the vibes. So yeah, definitely we'll see more of the Esoteric Ebb in future episodes here on the YouTube. And I am streaming this, and I'm planning on streaming a lot more. I've got some free time before, uni starts up. That's right. Your boy is going to university. Literally. So if you're new to my YouTube thing, or you're here over on Twitch and watching, thank you very much for being here and joining me on our first adventure into the world of Esoteric Ebb. As always, please be kind to yourselves and be kind to each other, and have a good one. Goodbye.